You rockin' with the hottest shit you can't get anywhere else. JustKingsWorld.com. On my hip hop ish.
That's what's good right there, but let me ask you this though, since this is, I'm on my hip hop ish.
What's up?
I want to ask you, when did you fall in love with hip hop? When was that moment?
I've been in love with hip hop since, you know what I'm saying, a kid, I love Rakim, Beastie Boys, Public Enemy, the whole gambit, Professor X and them,
Okay.
Naughty by Nature,
Alright.
Nas, Common Sense, I love hip hop in general. I am hip hop, I'm saying? I'm from the streets for real. I've been out of school since the 9th grade, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that that's something, I'm actually proud of, that's just how the creator, patterned my life so that I would have a different type of grooming, you know what I'm saying? He made me where I would have a real serious connection with the people. That's why a lot of the songs that I write, I really connect. So whether it's on a club type vibe or whether it's like romance, love, whatever, I connect. Because I'm out here, so I connect with the dope boys. I understand your story because, I'm from the foundation. I am the streets, you know what I mean? And when I say I am the streets, like, you gotta understand that it's more to the streets than, gun busting, selling dope, whatever. I'm a survivor. I'm from South Carolina. I lived in New York. I lived in Jersey. I lived in Connecticut, all over Atlanta. So I'm a survivor. I've been to Africa. I've been to Puerto Rico, LA. What's happening? I'm well-rounded, you feel me?
Where you been to in Africa?
Johannesburg, South Africa, you know what I'm saying? I know what it is, you know what I'm saying? Go to Sun City, that's like...
Sin City.
Sun City is not. Sun City actually is like Las Vegas in South Africa, you feel what I'm saying?
They call it the Sin City of Africa.
Oh, okay. Well, I just learned something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, son. I'm African, so I'll be all that.
That's what's up. So you know how to speak Afrikaans?
I know how to speak Swahili and Lingala, French and Arabic.
Okay.
I know Afrikaans.
I was out there spinning y'all rent. At that time when I was out there, it took like $4 to make, or $4 rent to make $1. You know what I'm saying? It was cool, but at the same time, Africa sort of changed my life. It did not sort of, it changed my life because you either were poor or you just had bread. And it's like, to give you an example, the wealthy. I stayed around the corner from Nelson Mandela at the time, and the wealthy had cement walls around their cribs, like about 12 feet high with barbed wires going around the top. Like, you ain't never been to a gated community or been to mansions here in America and you saw barbed wire going around the crib. You feel me? Like, that just lets you know, like, it's like one of the wildest spots on the planet because it's not that in between. So the poor, they go out there to go get it. You feel what I'm saying? Because they had no choice.
That's what it is.
Why have you traveled around so much? Why you lived in so many places?
Oh, because, I'm from a small country town in Orangeburg, South Carolina, the game is not there. And so I've been in touch with my purpose since a youth. Like, I already knew what I wanted to do. I met Oprah Winfrey when I was like 10 years old. My mom's from Marion, South Carolina, and my uncle, you know what I'm saying, who's, he's deep into politics and so forth like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mom's from like a country spot in Orangeburg, like about 2.5, 3 hours away from the burg. And so like, it's like a mile from the pavement road to go down the dirt road to get to the house. Or at least like a half a mile, a little over a half a mile, right? And so like, when my uncle brung Grady from Sanford and Son, Oprah Winfrey, Stedman, and all of them, Billy Joe Dupree brother, all of them, back off up in there like that, and I was 10 years old, it's like the creator had given me a mind to understand because I recognize how far, like I drive a tractor to go to the corner store, and the corner store about 3-4 miles away. You feel what I'm talking about? Like that's how country it is. So like when the creator showed me, you know what I'm saying, that man, your uncle brought Oprah Winfrey and them back up in this spot, my mind saw that, man, I can do anything. Like I can get out here and go get it. I can meet people. It's like, it's limitless what could be done. And so, I wouldn't even tell cats back where I'm from those type of stories because it'd be like, oh, you're trying to be special.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I wouldn't even let them type of things go out. But that's why I had the heart to get up and go. I was the leader of my group. I was in a group called Finesse. I took my group, like, I was the person, like, everybody practiced at my house. You know, like my mom's spot, whatever, I remember one time a cat gassed us up from New York and said, yo, I'm gonna fly y'all out to go to DC to the BRE convention. And so, you know, he didn't come through. And I had a meeting, I called a meeting. And I told my crew, I was like about 17 at the time, 16, 17. And I told my crew, I was like, yo, we going to DC. And they's like, how? Yeah, I took my mom's car, I went to Claflin College, and I ran up in the dorm. And I was like, yo, anybody in here from DC? And there's this one cat named Aaron. He's like, I am. I was like, yo, you wanna go home now? He was like, yeah, now check it out. We went up there and we stayed in his grandma's basement, yo. You know what I'm saying? And it's like ever since then we've been leaving home, just going to get it. And my mom's wouldn't even, you know, I was a wild little cat, you know what I'm saying? Like I would, you know, I never would do what I was told to do. So she wouldn't even let me drive the car in town. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, it was a big thing because, you know, like she wouldn't even let me drive because she know if I told her I'm going to the grocery store, I'm gonna go ride around State College, holler at some girls, all this, that, and the third. So I took the whip, I went up there, I didn't call my mom till the day we was coming back home. She's like, yo, I got to call the police looking for you. Whoa, 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 whoa. The whole night, right? So my mom told me, she's like, after that day, she like, and she's strict. She ain't beat me nothing, bro. She ain't came down on me like that. She was like, if you that serious about that music, I ain't messing with you about that music no more. So I'm dedicated, I'm here. Before all these dope boys and everybody popped up talking about they want to be a rapper because, you know, and before Pro Tools and all this stuff came, I've been doing this. Like I'm a pioneer back where I'm from. Big up to everybody in Orangeburg, South Carolina, who know what it is. What's happening, 803, what's up? It's Malachi, a.k.a. Ma-Lah-Chee, a.k.a. CB. You know what's happening already.
That's what it is. That's called determination right there. That story right there that shows y'all artists exactly what it takes to make it. If you believe in something like you say you really want to do this, you say you rap, you say you sing, whatever that is, it shows you that it can be done. Determination and hard work. And that boy put it in. That's what it is.
So let them know what you're going to perform when we come back.
I'm going to do my new single called Thank Thing. Also be looking for the remix with a 14-year-old kid called Little Wonder Boss. Check me out at myspace.com/ATLHboy. And I took my Hustling Boy down, my hustlingboy.com down, and I'm putting up Ma-Lah-Chee.com. So y'all be looking for that coming soon. That's MALAHCHEE. If you want a shirt or whatever, holla at me, 770-374-9504. You also can book Malachi at that number. Get at me. Let's do business.
That's what it is.
Before we go, what's the significance of Ma-Lah-Chee and Malachi?
Well, Ma-Lah-Chee is the way that you would say Malachi in the East. So if you go to Italy, they would say Ma-Lah-Chee. If you go to Japan, if you go to Korea, if you go to China, they say Ma-Lah-Chee.
This is Pato. We'll be right back with Thang Thang.
All right, I'm on my hip hop.
You rockin' with the hottest shit you can't get anywhere else. JustKingsWorld.com. On my hip hop.